Hello, hello! Pizza Packs here, and we're back with our first of what is going to be 15 pre-release packs from Modern Horizons 3. I'm going to do this a little different than how I do most pack openings. I will actually build out a deck like I would for a pre-release. So, let's get into these, get them labeled up, and do our first one. This is a little awkward. Not so good. Not entirely sure how these are packed in here. Okay. So it's 3 rows of 5. Cool. That off so I can get to it. We're gonna label these. So there 1, 2. Cool. Alright. So all these. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, so on and so on. 6, 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, and 15. Right. So grab our first pre-release kit. These seem to just get smaller and smaller every time, but it is what it is. That way. Switch over to our smaller dot cam. Grab our handy dandy checklist and switch over. Let's see what we get. Best things come in 3s. Okay. So, in a pre-release kit, there are 8 counters that are on the tabs here, and 2 tokens. So, you can see. Alright. Then we have a themed box. As you can see. Nice die that is themed for the set. Very nice. And there's like a little box to hold stuff, but most of the time I just toss these. Some people do hold onto them to be packs. Then you get a divider, you get a pre-release card. This one we got Devourer of Destiny. Very nice. Little thing for each. Oh, that's neat. It's like a old travel poster. That's really cool. And then a reminder on how to build a pre-release deck. It's 40 cards. Generally try to keep a decent curve. 15 to 18 lands, pretty normal. Most people go for about 17. And they try to stick to about 15 to 18 creatures and 5 to 8 other spells. Alright, so we've got a Devourer of Destiny pre-release foil. There is a code in here. Now with the codes on all of these, with the exception of the first one, because I haven't put a code in on the arena yet, I will be giving away the arena code, and it will be first come, first serve. Looks like there are 4 cards in here, so it's a little different. Let's see what we have. So we have Devourer of Destiny and 3 flip tokens. Okay, cool. Can always use more flip tokens. Do that. Lift this up so we can see the whole build area. That. There we go. So we're going to have our colorless, multicolor, and then Wooburg over here. Alright. So we got Devourer of Destinies, number 2. That is our 4th Devourer. Pack 1. Infernal Captor. Mandibular Kite. So that's white. Faithful Watchdog. Nyxborn Hydra. Scurious Sentry. Sneaky Snacker, which is very strong. Bountiful Landscape. Wayscape Battle Mage. Nice. Consigned to Memory. Okay. Grim Servant. Okay. Bogart Trawler, which is a flip card. Ruby Medallion. Nice. Another Devourer of Destiny. I wonder what we will be doing with that. You may reveal this card from your opening hand. If you do at the beginning of your first upkeep, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may put one of those back on top of your library. Exile the rest. When you cast this spell, exile target permanent that's 1 or more colors. Alright, that is our 5th Devourer. There's a Distinguished Conjurer. Oh, we also got a Ruby Medallion. Need to mark that. That is our 2nd Ruby Medallion. Then we have a Distinguished Conjurer foil and Zombie. Okay. Pack 2. I have a feeling those 2 Devourers are going to be pretty good. Temperamental Oozewag. Dream Drinker Vampire. Nyxborn Unicorn. Galvanic Discharge, which is very strong. Good removal. Petrifying Meddler. Okay. Tranquil Landscape. Warped Tusker. Let's see, this is the one that when you cycle, you create a colorless Eldrazi spawn. Okay. That's strong. Monstrous Vortex. Whenever you cast a creature spell with power 5 or greater, discover X, where X is that spell's mana value. That, plus our big things, could be pretty good. Depth Defiler. Phyrexian Ironworks. Cool. Whenever you attack, you get an energy, and then you can use 3 energy to make a golem. Seems pretty strong. Fledgling Dragon. Emperor of Bones. Let's see, 90. It is our 3rd Emperor of Bones. We have an Obstinate Gargoyle foil. Okay. Full art land and an art card. That is off to the side. Pack 3. Another Galvanic Discharge, very nice. Petrifying Meddler. Okay, so both decent removal spells. Foul Strike. Breathe Your Last. Wing It. Okay. Contaminated Landscape. Nice. Riddlegate Gargoyle. Ooh. I'm starting to see, it looks like could be a really strong, we've got 3 really strong multicolored cards in Esper, along with an Esper land. Let's see, Trickster's Elk, Lethal Throwdown, which is very strong. Waterlogged Teachings, another MDFC. Angel of the Ruins, also very strong, with plane cycling. Disruptor Flute, 209. Let's see, that is our 4th Disruptor Flute. Well, I think that may have made our choice for us already. That is a Super Bomb. Arna Kennerud, Sky Captain. Let's see, 178. That is our first Arna. There. Is it Generatorium? Alright. What a servo. We might even splash red for the 2 galvanic discharges and the Generatorium, but that might be too much to ask from this. So far, we have got some very, very strong high-end. So this is pack 4. Aether Spike. Nice. Nightshade Dryad. Refurbished Familiar. Very nice. And very strong, too. Rose Cotton Knight. Okay. Next we have Void Pouncer. Electrozoa. Okay. Which is fairly aggressive with that flying and flash. 3-1. Cranial Ram. Ooh, that's a good one. Skittering Precursor. Whenever you sacrifice a non-token permanent, create an Eldrazi Scion. Or Eldrazi Spawn, rather. That seems really good. We also have strong beginnings of a black-red build in here, too. That Arna really pushes me towards that. Exile target creature an opponent controls with power 3 or greater. Wow. Johnny Fells the Godsire. Very nice. Sink into Stupor. Okay, Worn Power Stone. Nice. Good ramp there. Rasheen, Roaring Prophet. Let's see, 202. That's our 6th Rasheen. Drownyard Lurker. They're a very strong one. Whenever you cast or cycle it, create a Eldrazi Spawn token with create a mana. Oh, that's nice. That is also colorless. A Foil Mountain and an Arena ad. Alright, pack 5. I don't know, I see two really solid directions. Either Esper leaning heavily into our Eldrazi. Unfathomable Truths. Draw 3 cards, then create a Eldrazi Spawn. That's really strong. Malevolent Rumble. Okay. Dross Claw. It's a living weapon. Whenever a quick creature attacks, each opponent loses 1 life. Ooh. That's pretty cool. Thraben Charm. Pretty solid. It's both its removal and disruption. Thriving Skyclaw. Okay. Seething Landscape. Does Grixis colors. So we might be able to pull off that red splash a little easier. Riddlegate Gargoyle, another one pushing us towards Esper. Reiterating Bolt. Okay. Can replicate it with 3 energy. That seems really strong. Essence Reliquary. Return another permanent you control and all auras you control attached to it to its owner's hand. Ooh. Ooh, that plus our Eldrazi. That could be really powerful. Bridgeworks Battle. Okay. Gold Decree of Justice. Great finisher. Pearl Ear, Imperial Advisor. Enchantment spells you cast have affinity for auras. Lifelink. Whenever you cast an aura spell, it targets a modified permanent you control. Draw a card. That's 39. That is our 4th Pearl Ear. Another Thriving Skyclaw. Kind of pushes us again towards that black-red direction. I don't know, this is a tough one. I mean, normally you want to stick to 2 colors if you can. But that 3rd color can make a big difference in something like this. Expel the unworthy. Okay. Whoa. Choose target creature with mana value 3 or less. If it was kicked, instead choose target creature. Exile the chosen creature, then its controller gains life equal to its mana value. Another thriving Skyclaw. Like, we've got a really strong start to black-red energy. Utter Insignificance, Gift of the Viper, another Drossclaw, Twisted Landscape, which is another black-red land, Conduit Goblin, Emrakul's Messenger. Let's see, whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a Eldrazi spawn. Cool. Fangs of Colonia. Fell the Profane, which I believe is our second MDFC in black. Lion Umbra, very nice. Fledgling Dragon. Benia Exuberant Shepherd. I think that pushes us fully into the Esper run. And then a third Galvanic Discharge. Wow. Wow, that is not making it easy on us. Green. Alright, well, our green was just kind of meh, with the exception of Monstrous Vortex, from what I saw. So I think we can just go ahead and cut that out. So we can drop our green, which means also Faithful Watchdog. Okay. Then we've got a heart and Rasheen. Rasheen, not gonna need. Yep. Now we have a hard choice. Do we go Esper? Do we go Grixis? Do we go just Rakdos? There's a lot of choices here to be made. See. Let's look at our red, because our red is really powerful. So we've got Galvanic. Reiterating, we've got 3 Thriving Skyclaws. Discharge. 2 Fledgling Dragons. Discharge. Infernal Captor. Gain control target artifact. Wow. Phyrexian Ironworks. Just keeps making creatures. Skittering Precursor. So our 4-drop slot is really heavy with this, but we've also got just amazing removal here. And that Ironworks, whenever you attack, you get an energy and you just keep pumping up things. Makes me wonder if that triggers per creature or not. I don't think it does. Let's see. I can see going a few different directions with this. You definitely want to play Fell the Profane. It's effectively free. Refurbished Familiar is very solid. Lethal Throwdown. As an additional, can I sacrifice a creature or sacrifice a modified? Destroy target creature or planeswalker. If a modified creature was sacrificed, draw a card. Oh, more removal. Breathe your last breath. More removal. Emperor of Bones. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. And adapt. Oh, wow. That's crazy. That's really strong. Let's see. Dream Drinker Vampire. Adapt. Whenever it gets bigger, it gets Menace. Okay. Bogart Trawler. graveyard removal, and just a land, so it's a easy auto include. Scurrious Sentry. Wow, that's really strong. Grim Servant. Whenever it enters the battlefield, search your library for a card with mana value less than or equal to your devotion to black, then reveal it. Put into your hand, then shuffle, you lose 3 life. Wow. Okay, so it's Room Tutor on a creature. We're just doing that. Let's see. This that we would definitely want to play. Pretty much exclude that already. Play that. The gargoyles seem really good. Okay, and Sneaky Snacker. Third card in turn. Okay, so we would consider the Izzet Genitorium just as an enabler. There. We would definitely want the Twisted Landscape, Seething Landscape. Drowned Lurker, we don't necessarily need. Do that, we could play that. That's definitely a sideboard card, so we'll put that off to the side. Contaminated Landscape, I would consider running even in the red one, just so we can pick our colors a little better. Warp Tusker is a maybe, so it's good high end and we don't have to cycle it. Tranquil Landscape, we'd only really want to run if we were doing white. And then we've got 2 Devourers. We've got the Ruby Medallion, which I don't think we would actually play in this context, unless we're going like hyper aggro. Well, not even really hyper aggro, just barely aggro. A Bountiful Landscape. Let's see. Sure, control starts owner's hand. Yeah, that's good, even if we just splash like the 1 blue land and then a second Devourer of Destiny. So the Ruby Medallion is a maybe. Because that could make our Skyclaws and our Fledgling Dragons come down on turn 3. Which is kind of magical Christmas land, but it is what it is. Does offers us some interesting options. So if we just went with what we have here. Just black-red. You can already tell this is a few more cards than what we need, so we would have cuts. I think we have better unconditional removal in Esper, but it's kind of hard to tell. One other target non-land permanent? Okay, that... That's really powerful. We've got that as removal. Debris is just good. Essence Reliquary lets us reuse things. Thraven is meh. Johnny Fells is very strong. Enters the battlefield, look at your top 6. You may reveal an artifact or enchantment. Among them, put them into your hand. Put the rest into the bottom of your library in a random order. Oh, that just lets you keep getting just crazy good stuff. That Wing It. The maybe, but probably not. Unicorn, you can get off of the Knight. Distinguished Conjurer to gain life. And then flicker your stuff. Holy crap. Yeah, like flickering the angel. That seems really powerful. Mandibular Kite. That's not terrible. Pearl ear. How many enchantments do we have? We have 1, 2. I don't know that that really does a whole lot. Although it is a 3/4 lifelink for 3. That's hard. That's real hard to choose. Okay, Emrakul's Messenger. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a spawn. That seems busted. Utter Insignificance. It's a way to shut down a creature. That seems good. Unfathomable Truths. It's a huge card draw that creates scions. Sink Into Stupor is an autoplay. It's a flip card, so there's really no cost to it. Electrozoa, I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe if we were like heavier into the blue-red energy, which I guess that's all. There's also an argument for blue-red energy in this, but we don't really have any energy payoffs here. And sign, probably not. Let's see. Depth Defiler, turn target creature, or draw 2 cards and discard a card. That seems alright. Petrifying Meddler. It's not bad, it's reach too. Electrozoa, I think, can go. Aether Spike seems pretty good. Oh, we have 2 Meddlers too. That Aether Spike's like a maybe. And then all these multicolored Esper ones seem really good. Okay. So we've done our obvious trims. We will lay out our mana curve with the black-red first and do our cuts. So Fel and Bogart count as lands, so Galvanic Discharge. 2, 3, 4. We've got our top end over here with Devourer. Battle Mage. Let's see, it's an Eldrazi Wizard. If you kick it, that goes more into the Esper pile anyway. Bountiful Landscape. Oh, that would be if we were doing those. So that's a maybe. Second Devourer of Destiny, that's just nuts. Or Tusker. Let's see, Contaminated Landscape we can play. We're doing the Battle Mage, otherwise it doesn't make as much sense. Worn Power Stone is an auto include if we're doing that. It just ramps us from. It ramps us in. Seething Landscape, good regardless. Twisted Landscape is good regardless for black and red. Is it Generatorium? If we're splashing for blue, we would consider it. Waterlogged Teachings has no cost, effectively, because it's a flip card and it's a dual colored. It's a dual land. Cranial Ram. So we've already got 6 non-creature spells, so that's pretty much that's like half a creature spell. Breathe Your Last Breath, very good removal. Lethal Throwdown, solid. It depends on how many creatures we have. Familiar. Okay, we can let's go to the side. Need to make room for our 5 and 6. Do them. Captor. We've got this really heavy double red block in our 4s. Another 4. Our 4s are really heavy, so we're gonna have to make some cuts there. Vampire, that. Okay. That's a maybe. That's a maybe. That. Might as well put that there. Just assume that we're doing the Grixis plan with one forest so that we can activate our extra green stuff if we really want to. We don't have to though. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each of these are effectively half a card. So, call that another 2. 28, we'd need to cut 5 cards. So you'd immediately look to cut the second or so color, or 4 drops. Let's see. So, Sentry is ridiculous. Search the library for a card with mana value less than or equal to your devotion to black, reveal it. You lose 3 life. I guess you could technically fail to find. So 7 or more cards in your graveyard. So it's threshold. It's a 2/2 flyer for 4, which is not a very good rate. So we have like an energy sub-theme here. Probably drop this as well. I think we could trim those. Go a little more reasonable on things. Actually, let's look at our... Before we cut 3 creatures, let's look at our non-creature count. 1, 2... Actually, those two go together really well. That draw. So whenever you attack, you'd get 2 energy. That seems really good. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, that's a living weapon. So actually, it's a creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see. Eight, 9. That's a lot of non-creature spells. I think we could probably drop Reiterating Bolt since it is a sorcery. Probably drop those, and we just have to drop one more thing, probably a non-creature. Discharge is basically just lightning bolt, isn't it? Choose target, create, and get energy. You may pay any amount of energy. Deals that much damage to that permanent. Yeah. That's just an unconditional kill spell. That's just an unconditional kill spell. This is never going to draw us a card, basically. But it does get us more energy to make more golems. I could see how cutting these two makes sense, especially if we're trying to ramp up to these big things. So where does that put us? 4, 10, 13, 19, 23. That's exactly where we want to be. Plus that, let's add in another 10 lands and we're good to go. Is that right? 2, 6. 2, 3, 4. 10. 13. That's another 10. Yeah, that's 23. So 17 lands from here. So another 10 lands. Probably one island. Not even bother with the forest. That actually seems really solid now that I look at it. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'll also include the list of cards so that if you want to reevaluate it, you can. Now let's look at what we would be looking at if we did Esper instead. Pull out all the red. Okay. Pulling out all our red. Okay, we do have some interesting synergies with the stuff that is in. So probably wouldn't play that land. Probably wouldn't play this land. Because those are more for the red. Still play those. Because this just gets Jund and this gets Teamer. Only gets one of our actual colors. Okay, so those are maybes, but probably not. Distinguished Conjurer seems very solid. Nyxborn Unicorn. I don't know. We're just going to say no for now on that. With the awesome Angel of Ruins. Rose-Caught Knight is in here. With the Johnny Fells the Godsire. Raven Charm seems more like a sideboard card. Essence Reliquary lets us bounce our stuff. Decree of Justice is a finisher. Expel the Unworthy is a removal spell. Belia is amazing. Tranquil Landscape gets Bant. Riddlegate Gargoyle. Let's pass around Lifelink. Arna, it's just amazing. Obstinate Gargoyle. It's flying as long as it's modified. It's Persist. It's just a 2/2 for 3. That's an artifact. I don't think that's good enough. Sneaky Snacker. It's a 2/1 flying for 2 that can come back when you draw your third card in a turn. I don't know that we're drawing a lot of cards, but look at it. Either Spike is a maybe. Depth Defiler. Meddler. Unfathomable Truths. Utter insignificance. Messenger sink into stupor is kind of a half land. Okay. So we've got more MDFCs. We got a lot more cuts here. Almost no one drops. Okay. Second card each turn. How often are we doing that? Question. This has a super high top end. Let's see, Unfathomable Truths is just fantastic. Draw 3 cards and ramp. It's good. Petrifying Meddler. Tap something down, has reach. It's 4/5 reach for 5. It's kind of hard to deal with, but I'm not sure that that's what we want in our main deck. That's when you cast it. Okay. Okay. Waterlogged Teachings lets us go and get instants and other things, and things with flash, rather. Oh, that's Crimped Aether Spike. Notice that. It's neat. Utter Insignificance seems really good. Expel the Unworthy is good. Sneaky Snacker is good. And we've got a lot of low drop flyers. And then we've got the flash stuff. And we can keep getting things back. This one's a lot more difficult for me to cut. See, we can use Felia to reset our living weapons if we need to. Escape Battle Mage doesn't seem as good this time around. We can reset our Emperor of Bones with Felia also. Wow. Okay. That seems really good. We can also do it with that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 22, 27, and that's not counting any of these. Which Expel we definitely want to play. Aether Spike we likely want to play too. I think these we drop. Don't want to drop that. Don't really draw enough for Emerald's Messenger, but it is a 2/1 flyer for 2. So I think we play it anyway. And then we start looking at this stuff as potential things to go down on. I think we just keep our big top end trim here. So draw. Depth Defiler. It seems a little Magic Christmas landy to me. Like, that just lets you dig for things. It's just great. I don't know. I really don't know where to take this one, because, like, the Rose Cotton Knight, once you get it, you just start digging through everything and grabbing whatever you want. it feels more powerful, the things you can do with this, but it's also a lot harder to cut and seems a lot more situational. So I'll put the lists up. Let me know in the comments. I think the black-red build is a lot more unified, and sometimes that's more powerful than doing something really cool, which feels like what we're trying to do here. It feels like we're trying to do something a little too cool. Like maybe dropping a lot of the blue would be worthwhile. Because like there's not a whole lot that we're not really doing anything with energy other than passing around token, or passing around lifelink with the Riddlesmith. What does she do again? Whenever a modified creature you control attacks, double the number of each kind of counter on it. Then for each non-token permanent attached to it, create a token that's a copy of that permanent attached to that creature. Whoa. In that case, yeah, we can drop that. Okay, that actually gave me a lot of clarity of thought there. So modified is enchantment, equipped, counter. Enchantment, equipped, counter. Okay, and we've got things with adapt. Riddlegate Gargoyle. I think we can drop these because these just seem a little too cute. The Sneaky Snacker is only going to come back once, but I think that's still reasonable to keep in. Essence Reliquary is a way to reset our stuff. This is our big top-end bombs. So where are we? We've got 6, 9, 13, 16. We're still way off. 20, 24, 28. So we need to cut 5 cards still. Essence Reliquary. Does Essence Reliquary do what we need it to do? You're a modified creature you control. Okay, Warped Tusker can just go. Like, yeah, it's cool, yeah, it's good, but it's top end when we've already got a loaded top end. Drownyard Lurker is just amazing, and ramps us if we need it to, and it's already in our color. Warped Tusker, on the other hand, we would have to splash a 4th color, which just doesn't seem like a great idea. Decree of Justice is amazing. I think Essence Reliquary might actually be the thing that we have to do. So Felia, whenever it attacks, exile up to one other target non-land permanent at the beginning of the next end step. Return that card to the battlefield under the summoner's control. If entered under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Felia. Okay, so she can modify herself and do nasty things with Drawsclaw. Whenever a modified creature you control attacks, double the number of each kind of counter on it. Then for each non-token permanent attached to it, create a token that's a copy of that permanent attached to that creature. So, like... Oh, man, that's gross. Oh, there's a combo here. I think. Well, maybe not. I think we can drop the snacker, actually. So that's one. Essence Reliquary is cute. But I don't know that that does what we need it to. Now that we're dealing with modified, though. That makes these a lot better. We're building around modified. Let's see, what other modify stuff do we have? Not gonna deal with this stuff. Seems really good. Okay. So these suddenly become better options. Pearl Ear. Recast it aura. Targets a modified permanent you control, draw a card. Okay. Conjure to reset things. Let's see, how many non-creature spells do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we need to cut some stuff. That seems really good. Modified. That, maybe. I mean, like, the whole living weapon thing just works with that. Oh, that's actually fantastic with that. I think Pearl Ear could, like, has a place. It's just figuring out where it is. I think we can actually drop the Decree of Justice. Is there better ways to go through? Unfathomable. It's really strong. It's really strong. That's really strong. Jeez. This is difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4, 18, 22, 26. That, I just can't find room for Pearl Ear. Yeah, those are really strong. Connive works directly with that. Grim Servant. Like, we want to potentially flicker with our little guy to just keep getting stuff. Like, the lifelink is really nice. Oh. Do we drop truths? That doesn't feel right. Half of our spells are also 4 or more. Also flicker that with the other 2 drop. Distinguished Conjurer. 11, 14, 16, 20, 24, 27. We need to drop at least 3, preferably 4. That's disruption. That's removal. That's ramp. I want to be able to ramp into things. That's removal, that's utility, that's good. Alright, so bread. Bombs, removal. Evasive. Aggression. Defense. Okay. That's automotive. Just that gives us a huge curve in. Can play a tap land our first turn. Go from there. That's removal. That's search. That's recursion. That's good. That's good. I think we dropped the messenger. Actually, if we drop these 3, I mean, they're really strong too. Shut something off that just says no. 2G. Already dropped the other energy stuff. We can make blue a light splash if we do this. So now we don't need any blue until the very end. So we can get away with running those 2 plus 1 island. We'd effectively have 6 blue sources. That actually makes our mana a lot better. So it's 11, 14, 16, 20, 24. We could run lean, but I think we can still cut something. Alright, so if we were actually building, I'd be out of time. So, yeah, let me know in the comments. This is one of the weird times where I wish I edited my videos so that I could cut this down some. I genuinely don't have the bandwidth to edit videos, so yeah, in the future I'm going to go a little short on this. I would probably just run this with 41 lands and call it a day, as it is. So, yeah. Well, thank you for joining me on this adventure, as always. Or, you know, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff for the algorithm. I know this one was kind of all over the place. The next ones will be better. And I'll throw all this stuff in a deck list on either Hub or somewhere. Moxfield. Probably Mox. It's going to be Moxfield. And you guys can let me know what you did with it. I would love to see other people take the Moxfield and do their own build, and let me know what you come up with. Yeah. So until next time, stay awesome. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.